Hello. Today we're going to discuss replacing the crankcase ventilation hoses on the N62 engine, which is the E60, E63, E64, E65, and E66, as well as the X5 or E53 models in '01 through '10. A common problem with these 8 cylinders is that they tend to develop problems with the hoses. The problem is that the hoses, or rather the design of the hoses, eventually cause problems with the ventilation system, which puts pressure on the valve cover, and you often end up with a valve cover gasket leak on the right hand side of the engine, which is the passenger side. And if you're fortunate to not have had this problem, a way to prevent it is to go ahead and replace the hoses ahead of time. If you have had the problem, you'll need to replace the hoses as well, as there's a technical service bulletin out that specifies the hose replacement. In order to replace the hoses, you'll have to first remove the top engine cover. One hose is located on the right-hand side of the engine, and the other hose is located on the left-hand side of the engine. Now, there's several specifications for this upgrade, and some engines may require only one hose. The N62 for the E60 models require 2 hoses. Now, the problem with these hoses is that the original design was very flimsy and was not insulated, and during cold temperatures the exhaust fumes would freeze through the moisture in the hoses and cause the crankcase valve system to clog up and could cause all sorts of damage. At the least, it would create pressure, and pressure has to release somewhere, and so the seal on the valve cover, the right-hand side valve cover, was the most likely place where the pressure would release itself. There have been cases where engines have been damaged as well. You can see with the new design includes quite a bit of insulation around the hoses. In comparing the new design hoses with the current design, which is right here, a very thin plastic material, which is inadequate for the types of cold temperature extremes. Even mild cold, I would think, would have an effect on the operation of these hoses. And as it turns out, many people have had to have their valve cover replaced, as well as other engine leaks, timing covers, and so forth. I think may be related to that as well, but certainly the right-hand side valve cover. You can see it where this one has been replaced, and the new specification calls for not just a gasket, but a new cover as well. And so you'll want to take care of these hoses to try to prevent this problem. And if you replaced the valve cover already, ready, then you'll certainly want to replace the hoses to prevent further problems.